Now, excuse the way I'm recording this. I know it's in vertical mode. I don't know if YouTube really like transfers that very easily, like if it elongates your screen. That I just needed to kind of talk about this issue. Mainly because of a particular something that came across my site, and it made me think back on a previous mini set that we had a similar issue to. And I don't know if the what's the word for it? The solution to it was the right way. Let me just go ahead and just answer that question first, right? Because I'm sure most of you probably clicked on this, and it's probably the most clickbaitiest thing I've ever done, and it's not even that much of a clickbait, but it is something that we need to think about, right? The question of, is Hidden Fates a problem? The short answer to that is no. The long answer is yes. And if that's all you came here to click for, then by all means, go ahead and watch another video. But I needed to bring this to everybody's attention if no one has really realized this yet. So what am I getting at? Hidden Fates is by far one of the coolest sets that Pokemon has released, mainly for the shiny Pokemon. Now, the also big thing to this is that it features the first triple tag team, and that's what you see here on the Pokemon.com website, right? It's what's featured here. You know, Pikachu is getting hit with all these elements, and it's because it's all the legendary birds coming together. Right? Again, they feature the triple tag team. Now, at first, I think everybody was going for this triple tag team GX, mainly because there is a really cool, and you know what, let me click on this to see if it even pops up. There is a really cool stained glass full art version of this triple tag team GX, which I thought was like the most like coolest looking card that Pokemon has released in a very long time. It comes out in an Elite Trainer box. You kind of already get it. So the regular art, which is what you see here, sure, it looks cool. The Hyper Rare is I think it's a similar style. I don't think it's the stained glass one, but it's a similar style to this. Okay, sure, it's still not that exciting. It's the stained glass. But if you're gonna get one already in the Elite Trainer box, all right. There's no there's no going out for it anymore. There's no like, oh, I have to get all these packs in order to pull this one card. It's like, no, you just buy the trainer box, you automatically get it, you're done. What's the other big draw to this, right? What's the other thing that's really people in? And I believe is the shiny Pokemon, because who else wouldn't want shiny Pokemon? Now I'm trying to actually scroll here, and okay, let's see. Let me see if I can click on shiny. I haven't actually navigated the screen, so I don't think it is going to be doing much of anything. I'm not sure what's going on. But the shiny Pokemon in this set is a combination of various GXs that are no longer playable in standard. Some are, not a whole lot though. And then we also have non-GXs, some key cards that were very playable, no longer in standard anymore. But I think there's a couple like Quagsire and Magnezone, sure. But there is one card in particular that I had a hunch. I knew there was gonna be a problem, and this site is just not working for me. I don't know what this is. All right, here we go. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know why this site is giving me issues. But there is a card. Here, I'm just gonna close out of that because I'm gonna go here. There is a card that everyone is hunting for, and I think we already know what the idea, an idea of what the card is. But I go to Cool Stuff, and I frequently shop at Cool Stuff, because I have a local shop near where I live, and they're sold out. Right after I did my last opening, I was lucky to found a GameStop that had 2 left, and it was one of each. So I grabbed those, and I was so excited, right? You guys saw my video. I was really excited about opening up the shiny Glaceon GX, about opening up a shiny Riolu, and I was like, oh man, I want more. Like I'm all for Hidden Fates. Like, I am going to try to get as many Hidden Fate products as possible. So I went out almost immediately that night to buy more, because I figured, okay, let me buy just 2 more. That's it, and I'm gonna do another opening. And then I'm going to wait till the tins come out, because the tins are the next products to come out. I literally went to probably 5 different Walmarts and 3 Targets. Not a single store had any Hidden Fates. At the Walmarts, I did see like the box that they came in, but there was nothing in the box anymore. And funny enough, right, that morning that I bought those packs for the opening, I went to a Walmart, asked around if there was any. Couldn't, they didn't know what I was talking about. I'm not surprised. They get packed by, or they get stocked by third-party vendors. Okay. And then I go in. This was around 4 o'clock in the morning, like 4:30, something like that. And I see the Hidden Fates box, but there's nothing inside. So that makes me wonder. I'm like, wait, did they had it at midnight, or did they already release it like the day before or something like that? Because then that's a little unfair. You're technically not supposed to have it shipped out. But anyway, we know that stores kind of break release dates sometimes. It's not that surprising, right? So, the point is, getting these boxes is difficult. And when I go to coolstuff.com, and at one point, right, let's look through this. Booster packs out of stock. I guess they're selling individual booster packs. Hidden Fates Elite Trainer Box out of stock. Out of stock. The shinies are like, these are pre-orders we're talking about. The pink collections that just came out are also out of stock. At one point, they did have the Charizard and I think the Raichu tin available for pre-order. They're now out of stock. Like, there is not a single thing in stock except for like the individual pins, because Cool Stuff does sell like individual items that come from these collection boxes, because they open up obviously some for themselves so they can sell singles. So whatever's left over, they sell. So you can get the pin. That's what you want the Hidden Fates packs for. Go, by all means, buy the pin. But everything else is out of stock. You can't even pre-order the Elite Trainer Box. You can't pre-order the Ultra Ball collection that features Shiny Metagross, or even the Great Ball collection that features Shiny Zoroark. Like, it's all gone. And I just go, this is crazy. Like, I was struggling a little bit to recall when was the last time that we were so like, what's the word I'm looking for? We're fighting really hard to look for a product, a Pokemon TCG product, right? We go to Walmart or Target and we see thousands of Alola Marowak GX boxes or Kangaskhan GX boxes. Heck, I think sometimes they even have still the old EX boxes, like large quantities of them. And now we can't find Hidden Fates. And I'm thinking, okay, this is a holiday set, just like anything else, right? Anything else. Dragon Majesty, we didn't have this much problem. We didn't have any problems at all. Shiny Legends, not a single problem, right? Even though the Shining cards were still cool, it's not like a hot in demand kind of product that we needed. It's Hidden Fates. Like, people want these shiny cards. And I keep thinking, like, man, I didn't realize people knew a lot about this, right? Because GX Ultra Shiny, or Ultra Shiny GX, I can't remember the exact set name, something like that, in Japan was released. And I think a lot of people were like, oh, man, it would be cool if it was coming over here. We never knew it was going to come until just recently. And even when Hidden Fates was announced, not a whole lot of people were buzzing about it. I think people were oh, that's kind of cool. That looks neat. Sure, maybe I'll buy a pack or two. But there was not like, huge conversation. So to keep moving this forward, right? I'm checking on here, and I can't find any hidden products. Go to GameStop. It's not even on their website. Target, it's not on their website. So then I go to TCG Player, because I want to know what singles are selling fairly high. And look, first one, obviously, that's the card that people are getting. They're wanting the Charizard GX Shiny Pokemon, and I knew this. I knew this going in, that is going to be the money card. That is the one that people go crazy for, because everyone goes crazy for Charizard, right? If you go back to the hyper rare Charizard from Burning Shadows, that still sells for, like, I think nearly $200. The Reshiram's Charizard GX Hyper Rare sells for $200. Now this shiny Charizard is $350. And there's a couple of reasons, right? Not so much that the products aren't in stock, like it's hard to get those products. It's not so much that. It's the way that the pull rates are for Hidden Fates. Because there are some packs where you won't get anything, right? You won't get a holo rare. You won't get a shiny card. You won't get a GX. Sometimes you just get a regular rare and a reverse foil. That's it. But there are some packs where you could luck out and score two really good cards, maybe a GX and a shiny, or maybe two shinies, a full art and a shiny. Like, you have that possibility. So I'm looking through here, and let's I mean, we got to be real here. This set has beautiful cards. Look at this Cynthia full art, right? $100. The gold cards, the Tapu gold cards, Tapu Lele going upwards to 80. Tapu Bulu himself, 50, 70. Like, these are cards that other markets are selling them for. And TCG Player, I like shopping sometimes in TCG Player because it gives you, like, the most fair price for a card, right? It condenses, like, all of these, or averages out all these markets that sell them, and be like, okay, this is the average price, right? That's their market price, the average price, and then these are the markets that are selling them close to that price. We get gold stadium cards. Shrine of Punishment obviously is a huge playable card that's in the metal right now for $65. There's Trainer Box 65, Mewtwo GX, which I'm a little surprised, but you know, it is Mewtwo, so almost everyone's favorite legendary. Tapu Fini himself is 50, and he's probably like the least favorite Tapu, I think. I mean, it's not my least favorite Tapu. I love Tapu Fini, but I think in general, public opinion, like, Tapu's not one of the greatest. Espeon is 35. Brooklet Hill is 40. Like, the value in these cards are so high, and the fact that you rarely, like, there's a hard chance, like a very low chance of pulling one of these, and you don't get a guaranteed shiny or holo in, like, every pack. That's what makes the value of these cards so crazy. And so why am I even making this video to begin with? Like, why am I even asking the question? Like, if this is the same as any other hot demand item, why is Hidden Fates, why am I considering it a problem? I came across this right here that you see in front of you. Hidden Fates pin collection, market price $38.05. That is mind-blowing, because the pin set sells for $14.99 at retail. I'm going, who is selling this product for more than double the price, knowing that we can go to a store and get it for so much cheaper? Now, I get it. Sure, we can't find it in the store right now. But does that make it fair to you to sell it for that high? So I go, no, this can't be right. So I go to eBay. I just type in Hidden Fates. The second thing that comes up, and I don't think I can zoom in on this, but the second thing that comes up, Hidden Fates pin collection box Mewtwo, $34.89. You get one of each down here in this listing for $60, making it $30 a piece. This one's trying to sell it for $50. All right, let's see. You want to go to the sold listings? Let's see who's buying this. Okay, so we got some shiny Pokemon going for sale. Here we go. Now, this says 60. I think when it's crossed out like that, that means best offer was accepted. I don't know if we get to see what that best offer is, but regardless, it's sold for probably at least 30. There's shiny Charizard, sold for $535. I'm trying to figure out, we had more, $91 for 3 of them. That's making it $30 a piece. People are buying this box for double the price. That is absurd. So now what the problem really is, it's not so much the set itself. It's not the pull rates, really. It's people capitalizing on how hard it is to get these things. So my assumption, and this is just the average Joe we're talking about here, right? The average guy that, you know, sure, I'm a Pokemon fanatic and I buy a lot of stuff of Pokemon, but, you know, it's not like I'm going to go out of my way to try to make a profit off of it. There is someone out there, or several people out there, who sees this, sees the demand, and they go out and buy entire boxes and just flip them on eBay. Or they go out and they buy or they open up the packs and flip them. Sure, I'm sure someone Look at this, $245 for a case of set of 8. 8. Jeez. It's just crazy to me. I'm gonna switch it back to the other screen. It's just absurd. Now, when I pose the question, is Hidden Fates a problem? It is a problem, yes, because we have people out there, speculators, scalpers. I don't know what other word you want to call them, that are just going out to buy these products just so they can make a profit on eBay, or for somewhere wherever they're selling these things, whatever OfferUp or TCG Player or whatever. And that's not fair for those that are buying these things because they truly cherish these cards. Like, they truly value these cards, right? There's no greater feeling than opening up a super rare and like high price card. Like, if you go back and I don't know, for those of you that are still watching that go back and remembered my Burning Shadows video, right? It was like a 100 subscriber special or something like that, where I bought a whole bunch of Burning Shadows blister packs because they were cheap, and I pulled the hyper rare Charizard out of that, and I was so stoked. I was speechless. And I'm sure people are having that same reaction when they open up that shiny Charizard, right? They just see and they know that that's the $350 card, a $400 card. But we don't get very many of those. We don't have a lot of people that are sharing it out. Yeah, you could look it up on Instagram and Twitter, and they're there. But the fact that there are markets and people selling these pin collections, the only way we can get this set, right? It's the only way. We can't buy a booster box. We can't buy an individual booster pack. The only way we can get the set is through these collection boxes right now is these pin collections. And people are selling them for double the price just because they know people will buy them, because they know that they're going to have that chance of pulling a rare card. And if they don't, well, they just wasted an extra $15 that they didn't have to spend. I just find this crazy that people are willing to do that. And so when I initially said, I couldn't figure out the last time we struggled with something like this, I finally remembered, and I was talking to a buddy with it, the Generation set. The Generation set came out in these mythical collection boxes that were released each month. And I worked at a comic book store at that time, and I recall very vividly that all stores that were selling this mythical collection box, the first, I think, 4 or 5 months, completely sold out on day one. As soon as a new collection box was released, it was all gone. You couldn't find a new one for like months on end, right? It was such a hot item. People wanted Generations because it was a nostalgic trip to base set Pokemon. And eventually, and I don't know if this was some sort of strategy, right? Eventually, it was a lot easier to get them. And then we got re-releases of some of these mythical collection boxes. I remember we ended up with plenty of, I think, Meloettas or Shaymins or Victinies and things like that. All the Mews and the Celebes and the, what was it, Mew, Celebi, and I think even Jirachi? No, or Manaphy. It was one of those two. Like, they were sold out. It was hard to get those. And then eventually, I think it was around Keldeo, maybe? They brought back some of the old ones, and they kind of sat on the shelves for a long time. Like, it was easy eventually to get them. And so that's why I don't think this is a problem in the long run, right? It's a problem right now, yes, because you can't get this product. Like, these scalpers are so adamant that they're going to, hound these vendors like every day and try to spot these vendors every day so they can grab the whole box. But I think eventually, once we get more products out, then it's not going to be a problem anymore because we'll have easier access, right? We're getting the tins. I think next weekend we are getting the Ultra Ball and Great Ball collection boxes. We're getting the Daily Trainer box, a Premium Powers collection. Like, my hope, and I really hope this is how it works out. and I think this is the same way that happened with Generations. Was I think Pokemon Company or whoever is in charge of the distribution of all these things, you know, overseeing the numbers and everything like that, is probably going, hey, we have a mini set. We're gonna see how well it does first, so we'll print, you know, a low run of it, and then if it does great, if it sells out fast, then we're gonna overload on everything else that comes later, because that's essentially what happened in Generations, right? It was sold out almost immediately at the very beginning, and then we eventually ended up with overstock, and we didn't know what else to do with it. I'm assuming that's going to be the same way with Hidden Fates. And that's very hopeful, right? I can't predict this. I didn't predict that this Hidden Fates pin collection was going to sell out like this. I guess I was naive to it, but I think eventually when we get more products, we'll be seeing plenty more Hidden Fates on the shelves. The value of these cards might go a little bit down. I don't think that Charizard GX will, though, because I'm pretty sure that's still going to be super hard to get. But, you know, I think all of us will have our opportunity. It's just very sad to see that people are taking advantage of it right now, and that there are people falling for it, and that's what hurts the most, right? You know, people want, there are a good number of people that want these cards because they cherish these cards. You know, they sleeve them up, they put them in a binder, they show it off to their friends, and they talk about it, but they have to go through the struggles of finding an item before, you know, someone decides, hey, I'm going to take this box and flip it on eBay. So that's kind of what I wanted to vent out about. Really, this is kind of like a venting session. And for those of you that kind of stuck around and just like heard me talk about all this, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. I assumed people were just going to click off right away after I answered the question, and that was it. But if you did stick around, thank you for hearing me out. It's hopefully, I mean, not hopefully, but you know, you could probably tell that I'm also affected by this. Like, I'm hurt by this, because like I was super excited after opening up a shiny card that I was like, yeah, man, I'm gonna go out and buy some more, and I'm gonna open up some more shiny cards. And then, you know, here we are so many days later, and I can't find a single box to open up. And it kind of sucks. And it's not so much like a single box to open up for my channel. Obviously, I would love to open it up for you guys, but just for myself in general, like I can't even buy one, you know, and just open it when I'm getting the car because I'm that excited, and then just leave it at that. I couldn't. It's not available anywhere. Hopefully at some point Target and GameStop will have it listed on their website. Maybe I'll order a couple from there, and then we'll see. But I think I'm gonna go to GameStop probably sometime soon and start putting like pre-orders down for all the future products, because if this does go south, and if this continues for all the products, your best bet is just to get it pre-ordered. And I know it's not the most ideal thing, especially for a TCG set, but if you're going to struggle to find just them sitting regularly on the shelf, then I think there's no other way. You're just going to have to pre-order it and get your guaranteed copy. Anyway, I'm not going to ramble on for much longer. Again, I appreciate every single one of you that just kind of stuck out and heard me talk about this and heard me vent about it. Hopefully this isn't a big problem. Hopefully you guys managed to find some Hidden Fates packs, and hopefully you guys pulled some awesome shiny cards. And if you pulled, it doesn't matter what you pull, because I'm going to be jealous regardless. Even if you pulled a shiny Glaceon GX, even though I already got one, like, it's just having another shiny card is just awesome. So good luck to all you guys. Good luck shiny hunting, right? This pretty much resembles like actual shiny hunting as if it was the VGC, right? Like, because that takes a while, you know, the chances are very slim. It's the same effect here. The chances are slim of finding one, and if you do, it's gold. It's like you treasure it. So that's the game of shiny hunting for you. All right, guys, I'll see you next video, hopefully with a box opening of something, and we'll see where we go from there. Take it easy.